Okay guys, welcome back to the YouTube channel. It's Jay Ayyo. So today we are going to be looking at the retrial of Vybz Kartel. So for those of you who are new to the channel, welcome. This channel is about turning viral moments into teachable lessons, and what we'll be discussing, as I previously stated, is the whole matter involving the retrial of Vybz Kartel, or hearing the retrial. So basically, back sometime in March and April, the matter went to the United Kingdom Privy Council. The Privy Council overturned the decision of the conviction regarding Vybz Kartel and the co-accused individuals, which are three other people. And what essentially they did was that they brought the matter back to the Court of Appeal in Jamaica. Since then, the DPP that was handling it, which is DPP Paula Llewellyn, who is out and is now being handed by or managed by the acting DPP, Miss Thompson. That is where we're at. So the matter at the time had given the appellants and the prosecution a deadline. So June 10th was when everything would be heard. However, there would be what we call skeleton arguments. So because I have to take it very carefully. So on April the 12th, 2024, the Honorable Justice McDonald Bishop gave 5 days so 5 days would be when they'd hear the matter. The appellants had to give their arguments or submissions by the 6th of May 2024, and the respondents had to file their arguments to what the appellants' arguments would be by 31st of May 2024. Now, what was kind of said was that the arguments would have been accompanied by the chronological order of events related to the appeal and cross-reference to the record of or transcript. The appellants are to agree and file one joint chronology of events, and 4 copies of the party skeleton arguments and chronology must be filed for the use of the court. So basically what she did was that she outlined stipulations on when everything needs to be done. So on June 10th, 2024, that is when proceedings started. And so we have who do we have? We have the Honorable or Justice Margaret McDonald Bishop. It's acting president of the appeal court in Jamaica. So that's a very big position. She has been given the article of instrument to be the acting president of the appeal, which is a separate from her substantive post as a Court of Appeal judge. And we have an acting director of public prosecution, which is Thompson. It's good to know that everybody's acting, so I guess the show can go on, which is quite interesting. The thing to note when it comes to Justice Marva McDonald Bishop, she's not the only judge on it. So there's Justice Paulette Williams and Justice David Fraser. So usually when you have a court of appeal, you have 3 judges to hear the matter, but the senior judge is the acting president of the appeal, which is Justice Marva McDonald Bishop. Now, when the matter started, the Justice McDonald Bishop had said, school has started. She has a very interesting approach. She has a no-nonsense approach regarding this case. So, like we said, the hearing started on June the 10th, 2024, and it ended June the 14th. Now, the acting director of public prosecution, which is Claudette Thompson, admitted to breaching the constitutional rights of Vybz Kartel. She substantiated that remark by saying there was, the matter took a long period of time, but Justice McDonald Bishop was saying, well, there's a threshold. It really took you 10 years to do that, and back and forth. So it's good to know that we can trust the Director of Public Prosecutions, but by them admitting to the fact that they have breached his rights, Vybz Kartel, it does put a smudge on the judiciary as that they cannot be trusted. Because if you breached his rights before, Vybz Kartel, who is also known as Adidja Palmer, whose other rights have you breached? Because you have either this was used to set precedent so that you could go and keep doing it, or you've been doing it before, and now that you've been caught, you're trying to say, well, it's a matter of what we would say sensitivity times. And no, you don't breach laws like that. Who is going to hold the Director of Public Prosecutions in check for that? Now, like I said, the DPP thinks they're justified. So Justice Marva did make mention that if this goes to retrial, it, by the mere fact that they turned down Vybz Kartel's bail, they are breaching his rights. He's supposed to be free. The conviction has been overturned. Now, what Justice McDonald Bishop was saying to the acting DPP Claudette Thompson was that there will be a continuing breach should there be a retrial. Now, the person representing the appellants said that the appeal was taken to the UK Privy Council on March 14 and had their murder convictions overturned on the grounds of juror misconduct. So there were 15 points in regards to Vybz Kartel, but the Privy Council only focused on one, which is juror misconduct. Now, obviously, we know that the UK Court of Appeal requested that there should be a retrial, which is what we're going through right now. So Vybz Kartel and Sean Storm are being represented by Isaac Buchanan, and Kahira Jones and Andre St. John's is being represented by John Clark. Now, the defense lawyer, John Clark, who is representing the appellants, during his submission raised the issue of emphasizing that there were systematic delays in the judiciary. It took 21 months for a response to be given and demonstrated and justified. And he's saying, well, how do we know there's going to be a fair trial? We know that the Director of Public Prosecution, or the acting Director of Public Prosecution, Claudette Thompson, has said, yes, witnesses are available. Mind you, they only started looking at the witnesses recently. So it's not like they've been there. The people could have died, the witnesses could have died, they could have even migrated. So that's just, bringing a lot of question marks. So additionally, John Clark pointed out to the Court of Appeal that, the Privy Council gave a decision on the matter in 1 month. It took the court 21 months to hand down a judgment. Now, Justice McDonald Bishop is not taking that. Her approach is pointing out that, the Privy Council is only looking at it from one view, and that anybody could interpret the one question that the United Kingdom Privy Council made. It's self-explanatory. It's not hard, and so the Justice McDonald Bishop is trying to have she's being stern, but she's being careful. In terms of the Director of Public Prosecution, they think that the state has the money to do this trial again. The question was asked, how much is the state willing? The state is willing to go the whole full length, and the state is looking to get the retrial. However, it is up to the Court of Appeal judges, Justice McDonald Bishop, Justice Fraser, and also Justice Williams to make the determination on whether the state should proceed with this retrial and use all the resources to investigate and take this matter the whole 9 yards, because what people are failing to realize that the other retrial took quite a while. It took a lot of time, it took a lot of resources. Now, justice served is necessary, however, is it proportionate? The expectation, you know, Vybz Kartel has maintained that he was not involved with it. However that may be, or how true that is, that has to be determined at a later date. However, what is important is that in this lesson, justice should not be tainted via expediency. So just because the director of public prosecutions wants to be expedient does not mean that they should breach laws on constitution, in terms of constitutional rights, because if you do it once, you'll do it again. And whether that has happened before, that is up to the DPP to decide. But the judge is being stern to say, do not waste government's time, do not waste government resources, have your substantiated evidence in line for a decision to be made. Now, the lesson in this, guys, that one should take is that if you cut corners, you will always have to come back and fix it. So it's better to always do the thing right the first time so that you don't have to do it over. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and I'll see you on the next video.